there, Saints fans. Welcome back to Talking Saints. You know, the bleeding has continued, and we still haven't stopped it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know it was a rough week. We just got beat up pretty bad by the Bucks. We'll try and not be super negative.
Yeah, it just the biggest thing we can say is the injuries. What was it, Alex? 30% of our team is injured?
32% of our team is injured.
You know, something's going on there. We got to figure out the injuries. Yeah. I think the injuries can kind of lead to not having your leaders on the field, and that also leads to what was it, 15 or to 20 missed tackles this week?
16 missed tackles.
That's insane. That is insane. That is something that you just can't allow.
It isn't. It's we're out there playing flag football right now. You got to start lighting people up.
And we started off. And it's crazy because we started off 2-0, and not only did we start off 2-0, we started off strong 2-0. And here we are. You got to apologize. My voice is a little out. I was at that Ole Miss LSU game.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, here's actually a clip from that. It's pretty cool. We had a great time there, but I'll tell you, I kept my voice the whole time until the very end where I lost my voice. And then, having to go to the Saints game the next day, I couldn't do much yelling. So, honestly, it's my fault. I wasn't able to make the dome as loud as we normally do it. But, after that game, I think being 2-4 for starting off so strong, I think Dennis Allen, he's got to be on the hot seat.
And I know Mickey Loomis came out and said something like, He's safe, and like if you look at it a different aspect, it's not that bad. But no, it's completely unacceptable. A 4-game losing streak, and to lose the way that you did, giving up 51 points is the most since 2012.
Yeah, I wish we would have gave up those points like way earlier on, so we could have been upset more earlier on. Unfortunately, we were in the game for about until the fourth quarter. And then it was just over, And
to come out and not score a point in the second half is huge. Huge.
It is huge. But, there are some interesting things that come out of this game. I think Radler played pretty well. Those garbage time picks, he's just trying to play here. I'm not going to give him that. There was that one pick where he needs to just kind of work on his deep ball.
Give him like a C, maybe C minus.
I'll give him a B minus because up until a certain point, he's playing behind 32% of our roster being injured, and he still kept us in a game where we really shouldn't have been kept in.
He's able to extend some plays, but he made some rookie mistakes. There were still probably 2 more balls that realistically could have been picked.
Yeah, I agree, and he's something he can work on.
And going down Olave went down.
Huge.
They were up 17-0. Olave went down. Bub Memes stepped up, and they kind of rallied back 27-24. And then it just kind of imploded, dude. Defense couldn't tackle, couldn't figure things out on offense. It was...
Yeah, if the game would have ended that second half, we would have been a lot happier. But that's unfortunately not the case. And now, again, we are 2-4 heading into another short week.
Yeah, a lot of people injured. I don't know if we're getting anybody back either.
Looks like Taysom might come back this week, and it looks like we're going to get Lucas Patrick back this week as well. They're both practiced. Tyrann,
they were close last week.
Mm-hmm. Tyrann's back, and that's not guaranteed, but they have been limited practice. I imagine they're just trying to ease him back into it. I imagine we'll see a little bit of Kendra this week. Having 2 weeks now to learn some of the system.
He was inactive last week, huh?
Yeah, he was healthy, but he didn't know the playbook. He didn't have enough practice. Exactly. But I liked what I saw at Above Memes, which is going to be big. Him, I guess, Equanimous St. Brown,
Mason Tipton.
It looks like Sheed's going to be out too.
Skeleton crew, man. There's.
What was the meme we saw about?
Sean? Oh yeah, we starting Mason Tipton, Equanimous St. Brown. And Bub Memes is like our tribute to Sean Payton. Because his inability to ever bring in wide receivers, his Kevin White, Traquan Smith, he's like, we can win with these guys.
Oh, my goodness.
And then again, you got to look out for little Jordan Humphrey this week. And, A.T. Perry will be out there, and Adam Troutman will be out there. Those guys are going to torch us.
I'm excited.
I'm joking.
I'm excited to see the... just the Dome's reaction to Sean. Unfortunately, we're at this point where there's probably not going to be too many. There's going to be a lot of fans missing, a lot of empty seats. But this is a big game. We're past the must-win territory. We're at this. It's if we don't win, it should be fired. Dennis Allen should be fired. But unfortunately,
strength of our team the last few years has been defense, and he's
that's one of our things we've talked about.
He's a defensive-minded head coach, and he's just got to be better, man. There's no excuses for him not to go out there and be able to figure it out.
100%. But unfortunately, the odds are stacked against us. This is going to sound really weird when I say it, but we're probably going to lose this game even if we were fully healthy because Drew Brees will be there. Unfortunately, for some reason, the Saints decide to absolutely just trash the bed whenever Drew Brees shows up. I don't know what it is, but I remember the Bills game a couple years ago. We were just absolutely got destroyed on Thursday Night Football.
I was there for that one. We honored him at halftime, and I think everybody at home got to watch stuff about Josh Allen.
Yeah, that was so dumb.
Honoring Drew Brees in the dome, and they're like, "Nah, we're gonna tell you about our Lord and Savior Josh Allen."
It's so stupid. No offense to Josh Allen, but it was in our stadium, just retired. It was stupid. But here's the funny thing, every time Drew Brees is at the game, it would always cut to him. It's always him just going he's a Saints fan. Unfortunately he's feeling what we're feeling. And, all jokes aside, though, Sean Payton is back into town, and they're going to be missing Patrick Surtain, looks like, which is huge.
Yeah.
He's out with a concussion, so him and Olave will be not having to battling it out. But
CTE.
And, it doesn't really matter. Our wide receiver core is definitely beat up.
Yeah. It's brutal.
And if we can't get the run game going, there's just no chance for our passing game. But
tight end screens, baby. Let's go.
Tight ends, they used a lot more tight ends this game. Honestly,
getting Taysom back would be huge for the run game because it's just hard to prepare for him. But
yeah, for real.
I mean, who knows?
It's a tough game to.
He may not be back this week.
But here's the thing. I think you kind of hinted at something. We need to get our tight ends extremely involved in this game. Attacking the middle of the field. Our wide receivers aren't going to be able to. We don't have somebody that we can if it's a big down, throw it to blank. Because no one's there. Shaheed and Olave will most likely be out. I mean, Olave, 100%. So relying on the tight ends is going to be huge. Maybe some. Kubiak's going to have to figure something out right here. But
I will say that this is the team that Radler worked with in preseason.
Yeah,
he's got chemistry with these wide receivers. I mean.
So if you're trying to have a Hail Mary at fantasy this week, pick up Bub Memes possibly. You might be getting some targets. Actually, would not be a bad idea. He's going to probably be our starting wide receiver, which is crazy out of nowhere. But that being said, short week, we're still injured. I'd say, like I said, the bleeding has been going on. We haven't been able to figure it out, haven't been able to stop it. And, this is like end of the season territory all of a sudden at the beginning of a 2-0 start. I feel like you got to go in here and beat Sean. If you want to have any chance of turning this season around, you got to go in here and beat Sean Payton and get the fans back into it, get the players back into it. Unfortunately, I just don't see that happening this week. And I've been joking about how I'll never go against my Saints, but when it's this injured, this much has gone into it. I just don't see us winning this game. Unfortunately.
I think this is a trap game for Sean Payton.
Oh, yeah? You're going to flip the script on me.
Yeah, I got us winning 16-14.
16-14.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
A lot of field goals.
Blake
Grupe is going to put the team on his back this week.
I'll take it. I will take it. Our defense, Cam Jordan may, it's the meme. It's like the meme of Cam Jordan just putting everything into it this game. He's going to, get out of this game. He's just going to pass out, dude. He'll never go to play a snap of football after this game.
He'll play this game, get, 4 sacks, and then just go right off into the sunset making Little Caesars commercials.
I'm cool with it, dude. I love Cam Jordan Little Caesars commercials.
Got his second pick, and the funny thing is, I was there for both of his interceptions.
And you had talked about that game feeling like that Lions game. You're like, this feels kind of like that Lions game.
Yeah.
And then Cam Jordan got a pick. I never put 2 and 2 together. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
he had left to go to the bathroom, and they were kicking a ball off, and I actually videoed it. The guy next to me in the dome, we were just chatting it up, and I'm like, this feels special right here. I'm gonna record this.
No, I was there for this.
Oh, it was when she
the punt? You literally said, I got a good feeling about this one.
And he recorded it, yeah.
He took it all the way. So
he took it all the way.
You should have kept you should have had your phone out the whole game.
Yeah,
but again, it was a really cool game though. We got to interview Nick Underhill. That was really, really cool.
Yeah.
It was funny enough, we've met them, I think only one time in the past. Or no, we've met him twice. We met Nick twice. Yeah. But we were walking onto the field because we had the opportunity to be on the field. And we're sitting there kind of talking, and you're like, oh, do you think we could go back here? I'm like, I don't know. And I went, oh, wait a minute. That's Mike Triplett right there. I was like, oh, well, then that's Nick Underhill. Mm-hmm. So we went and waited for them to get done with their live show. And went and talked with them. That was really cool. And then another cool thing.
Oh, yeah. I rizzed up Pam Oliver.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a picture of that.
Mama,
And then I also got my Brian Brzee jersey signed. Alex and I were hit the buzzer beater with 1 minute left until they kicked us off the field. Brian Brzee saw me holding my jersey. We got a signature there. So that was so cool. So realistically, towards the beginning of the game, we were like cloud nine. We're like, there's no way, the atmosphere. Yeah. And then it all fell apart. And we were like, well,
yeah, it was a rough game to go to, but. We got a game that I feel like we can bounce back against the Broncos. I mean,
they're not that good.
Realistically, they're not. They got Cortland Sutton and, weapons on offense aren't crazy. Little Jordan Humphrey, A.T. Perry.
Even their defense, their best player is going to be out. Patrick Surtain, he's in really good corner.
What's the Riley Moss or something like that's their white
corner. Oh, yeah. The one that they
solid.
Got in our trade.
Man, Javonte Williams and was it Jaleel McLaughlin?
McLaughlin or something. Yeah.
I mean, it's as banged up as we are. Their offensive weapons aren't too much better. Bo Nix is a little bit more experienced and maybe a little bit better situation than Spencer Radler's in this week, but. I wouldn't say that the difference between the two quarterbacks are that giant.
I don't think so.
It's something that I don't know.
I
don't want to say that our defense can. It's one of those games in the past where you look and you're like, well, we can rely on our defense and it can keep us in the game. We'll be close.
We don't even know that anymore.
I don't know. It's such a.
I'll say.
We're just a couple weeks away from, the defense keeping us in against the Eagles 12-15. That. We're not too far away from a good experience, but the last few weeks have been abysmal.
Rough. We've allowed 1,000 yards, and that's in a week.
And it's
from
all
Monday night
due
to Sunday.
Not being able to tackle. Now, I don't know if that's something you can fix in a week. I'm not an NFL coach. But.
I mean, is it really? I mean, the one factor I could say that's missing in those two games is Pete Werner.
Yeah,
Pete Werner must. I mean, is he that big of a deal in terms of stopping the run?
Last week, Tyrann and Will Harris missing in the secondary
huge
hurt too.
I mean, we get kind of a mini bye after this game, but I joke, I don't think we'll win because Drew Brees is there. That's really, I mean, look at the history behind that.
Yeah, we're like 0-4.
It's weird. It's weird. I don't know why I don't want to ball out for our boy. But with how injured we are, Sean, I think he's probably cooking something up. And also, just because I've been saying we're going to win and we've been losing, I'm going to say we're going to lose so that we'll win. And if you say we'll win after saying we've been losing,
yeah,
maybe we're switching the script. We're flipping the script.
This team is not spectacular.
No,
like the Broncos team.
I don't think so.
I mean, I may regret saying that, but.
I think every time we've said I'm not impressed with these wide receivers. Was it Juju Smith-Schuster went off on us?
Yeah, but that's the Pat Mahomes factor.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Yeah.
But
and like 13 missed tackles that game.
Here's our weekly panel for the week. I'm down. Because of the way I've been going with the Saints. So I'm down whatever the Saints record is, my record is. So I'm 2-4 right now. You're up to 3-3, huh?
I think 4-2.
4-2. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel good about it.
Yeah, I know, right? I wish I was. I wish flip the script. But We're this week. We'll figure it out. So we'll lose. You say we'll win. So that way we'll actually, be right. Actually we'll win this week.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. Because it's a short week, so hopefully we can pull off a win here. But we'll see. And then we get a mini bye going into this next week, going up against the Chargers. So, other than that, Alexander, you got anything for us?
Nah, just like and comment and subscribe, share the videos, and help us grow.
Per usual, you need to subscribe. I mean, you saw the last episode. This man right here.
Demon mode.
Yeah.
He knows he's going to ask you two things. Do you have games on your phone? And are you subscribed to Talking Saints?
Yeah. You got Angry Birds, Flappy Birds.
But anyways, guys, we appreciate it as always. And we'll see you next week.
Talking Saints.